all you strangers. My name is Lexie. I'm a social psychology PhD student, and I'm here to tell you that you don't need to be a good parent. Yay! You don't need to be a good parent. You just need to believe that you are. So, parents, we're all familiar with the concept. Unless you're one of those baby turtles that's been abandoned on a beach to fend for themselves. And given I can't see Crush in the audience, I'm going to hazard a guess that you know what a parent is. I mean, some of us are parents. I mean, most of us have parents. Some of us are parenting our parents. It's a whole area of psychoanalysis I do not have time to get into. Neither does my therapist. Yeah, so I'm really into parenting. You know, I've started a whole PhD just so I can work out how to stop my 3-year-old from growling at me. So to become a parent, everybody's bits need to be working. You know, everybody's swimming straight. Yeah, my partner's actually a swimmer. NT champ. Well, his swimmers are swimming really straight. But he's a backstroker, so I guess they just can't see where they're going. So, yeah, bits working, and you don't need a PhD to work out the rest. There's not many steps. It actually takes more steps to make a croissant. Yeah, and even though the stakes are like way higher in making babies, most of us here will be or already are parents. And that's why research into parenting is really important. Because whilst not just anyone can make a croissant, this was me earlier today. Anyone can be a parent. And that's why we need to make programs to support parents who are struggling. We need to make sure that these programs can work really well for a bunch of different people from a bunch of different backgrounds with different experiences. Because unfortunately, children don't pop out with a set of instructions. Yeah, there's actually no official manual for parenting. I checked. And I thought, well, there's a gap in the market. And I already explained the first chapter. And judging by the demographics in the audience, late 20s over there, early 30s, pushing 40 up the back. Can I get a woo? Yeah, the sound of your screaming isn't going to cover the sound of your biological clock ticking. Nor will it cover the sound of people reminding you. So I'm presuming you're all going to proceed to chapter 2. Now, once you have a baby, you're going to have to start making some choices. And one of them is sleeping. Personally, I co-sleep. So that means I roll over in the middle of the night and I get a face full of feet and like a wet little nose. And I'm like, ah, puppy! Sorry, puppy! That's my 3-year-old. Yeah, she's half blue heeler. Like, you guys all know this guy, right? Yeah, that's Poppy's dad. Yeah, so dog paddle too. Yeah, so half blue heeler, half. Anyway, so presuming we'll go to chapter 3, and that skips over some basic assumptions. You know, good parents equals good kids. And in classic parenting 4, chapter 4's classic parenting form, chapter 4 is going to swoop in and just undermine everything you've learnt in chapter 3, because everybody has a different idea about what good is. I mean, is she a good parent? I can think of some other adjectives. Or, you know, like you're in a supermarket and you hear this like screaming child. Your first thought's going to probably be something about the parents. That's a great photo, hey? You can hear that photo. Yeah. Or, you know, there's this guy returning to our TV screens again, and you're like, there must be someone we can blame for this. And that's because the equation isn't just as simple as good parents equals good kids. Because there's a bunch of other variables that affect parenting, like low education, poor income, no dog food. And the nature of parenting is that it's constantly evolving. And the older kids get, the more variables you throw in. And by this stage, shell-shocked parents are hiding in a cupboard, eating a block of chocolate. Yeah. And that brings us to chapter 6. Now, the cupboard is a metaphor for any number of coping mechanisms that might in the short term bring you some blessed relief, but in the long term could be pretty detrimental to your parenting. And the thing that we want to equip parents with is the ability to get out of the cupboard, hide the chocolate back in the vegetable drawer, hi mum, and go and face these little demons, children, that they've created, maybe with some love and a little bit of patience. And this is the thing that I'm really interested in. What makes parents get out of the cupboard? And there's a few different theories, and one is believing in yourself as a parent. And the belief that you have in yourself as a parent and your parenting abilities is called your parental self-efficacy. Now, parental self-efficacy, or your belief in yourself as a parent, is one way we can understand why parents maintain effort and persistence in these often cumulative stresses related to parenting. And parental self-efficacy, we know, is associated with a bunch of positives for parents and their kids. Like, kids do better at school. They're more social. They're less annoying. No, you're interested now, huh? Give me some of that. And parents, they have better mental health. They're more involved. They're more warm. Now I know what you're thinking. It's Darwin. And you'd be right. There is a direct correlation between the temperature and parental warmth. Where does our parental self-efficacy come from? Well, there are a few different theories. One is having experience taking care of kids before you have your own. Another is that your parental self-efficacy is inherited from your own parents. But the inheritance theory isn't too good if you're this guy. So don't worry if you are pregnant and you've never had any experience taking care of kids and you are a turtle who was left on the beach as a baby. Because there are some ways that you can develop your parental self-efficacy. And one of them is accomplishment. if you succeed at a parenting task, you're going to think you're really good at that thing, and you're going to keep trying hard at those things. Another is taking cues from your environment. So that's like having some cheerleaders. If people tell you you can do something, you're going to start to believe you can do it. And lastly, Darwin parents don't spend long hiding in cupboards. It's because it's hot in there. And the chocolate has melted. Thank you.